Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. We're out here at Computex 2023 in Taipei. We're checking out Streacom. They've got some really cool new things to show off. But before all that, here is a few words from this year's Computex sponsors. Let's jump in. Our Computex Taipei 2023 coverage is proudly brought to you by ASUS and ROG, the Republic of Gamers. You can find links to their products in the video description. We've had a lot of requests from you guys to check out all of the small form factor stuff here at Computex. We've got a collab between Streacom and our friends over at Ncase. It's called the FF1. Now, the thing here is, actually, you know what? There's a lot of stuff I can't say about this, but what I can tell you is it's got 6 different types of internal layouts, half of which use the included PCIe Gen 4 riser cable. I'll show you guys a few different configurations on your screen right now. Obviously, we can't build with this here at Computex. Some of the really cool things about the FreeFlow One is the fact that, yes, it's a small form factor case, but ITX is not your only option. That's right, ladies and gents. We got some MATX goodness right here, and it kind of alleviates some of the pitfalls of installing much bigger GPUs. There's plenty of space, plenty of room for activities. Like I said, I'll put a link to the product page because all this information is probably going to be live at the time of this video going live, so you might learn something. I think this one is looking like it's going to be one of the best small form factor cases we've seen for a while, for one big reason. First of all, the price. Looking at $99 US for the version without the RGB halo around it, and $119 with the RGB halo. You want to know my pick? No RGB. That's good for me. Here at Streacom, we've got a new case. Well, if we're being honest, this is not a new case. This was a Kickstarter. This is the SG10. There's a lot of history as to what happened. Let's give you a quick rundown of what happened. There was a Kickstarter, and it was a Kickstarter. Not everything you back on Kickstarter ends up being a real product. And this is where Streacom comes in. They decided it was time to help this product hit the market. And that's what this is about. This product is coming out. If we wanted to talk a bit about the politics though, they're offering a voucher for the value of the case, right, for now. But I do know there is a certain other YouTuber, not naming any names, he may or may not have been here before, who is pushing for full refunds for people who want it. To be honest, I didn't know about this case before today, so my opinions are completely null and void because I wasn't aware of the situation, but I thought I would point it out because I know people are going to comment about it and I just don't want to dance around it. Now that the politics are out of the way, what about the case itself? It is actually really cool. This features a completely fanless design, and I think I'm about to burn my hand. That thing is freaking hot. Mechanically, the way this works is similar to a vapor chamber. In a vapor chamber, things go up and come back down the same pipe. This works more like a loop in the traditional sense, where it goes up one pipe, comes out the other. And that is why, when you look at this closely, the inlet and the outlet have different sizes based on the direction that the vapor is flowing. That's what makes this different to a traditional heat pipe setup. What this means is, because let's call it the fin stack or the radiator is so large, it doesn't need any fans to push any air through it. How cool is that? It is mechanically a different way to do it. And we like different here at Gear Seekers. Guys, can we get one of these, please? Can we get one? I want one. Please, make it happen. Right? Make this happen. And for those people out there who are doubting it, this is not June case. This will actually come out. June case will never come out. It's a scam. The keen eye out there may have noticed that the internals are on an angle. Why? Is it to look cool? No, nothing about this case is cool other than the cooling. It is completely functional. It's also structural too. It helps maintain the rigidity of the case. But traditionally, motherboards may or may not fit into something of this volume. It's kind of like when you draw a square or a rectangle on a piece of paper, right, science, and you turn them into two triangles, right? That hypotenuse is longer than the area of any other part of the square. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Yeah, right. I'm trying to make it easy. You know, not everyone is super technically minded out there, and most of you have an elementary knowledge of how a square divides into two triangles, so maybe that'll help you understand. The thing with the SG10 is everything you see here is done for a reason. It's all super practical. Take the front I/O for instance. This panel here is not a fixed panel. Nothing about this case is truly fixed, is it? You can move the I/O up or down, and because the measurement between each of these slats is the same, you can move the I/O anywhere you like, or if you're feeling adventurous, you could put multiple I/O panels on the front. But that's not where the story ends. Come and check this out, right? Around the back side of the SG10 follows the same principle. As you can probably tell, the internal I/O can be difficult to get to when the side panel's on the case. Now they're thinking of making modules to go in the back. So let's say you have an HDMI port or display port that you want to put on the back, or USB at the back of your system. You'll be able to mount those the exact same way as the front panel I/O. Pretty cool. For the keen-eyed people out there, you may have noticed that in the front of the SG10 there are a bunch of gauges. Streacom's got a bunch of companion gauges that can read data from anything. What we saw over at the SG10 was a practical implementation of those gauges. You can have any gauge you like if you can read the data with this system. We've got hours to go, characters per minute, active users. We've also got a step counter. How many have I done today? Only 2,200. It's not enough. It's only been 2,200. Look, maybe they could turn that into a into a gauge. But there's a reason why this all works. There's a reason why you can have whatever data you like. Each one of these screens is a tiny little e-ink display. I couldn't tell. I thought it was just printed like that. Man, e-ink is seriously cool. It just looks like paper. How cool is that? Little gauges. I want all of them on my desk at home. Every single one of these. All right, ladies and gents, that's just about going to do it here at Streacom at Computex Taipei 2023. Streacom is really good at cooling things, and they want to heat me up. So we've got the last dab. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peak. I choke to death and die. Thanks for watching. Let's give it a minute, see what happens. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that hot. And they're like, give it a second, give it a second. No, it's not that bad. It's fine. Yeah. No.
I said it's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, it is. It's not that hot. I mean, I can handle the heat, but it does get a bit warmer. It's not too bad. Claire, you want to give it a go? We'll probably have to take you to hospital.
I'm white.
You're white. You can't take it. Not trying to be racist. It's just a fact. Thanks for watching. Oh my God. No, it's not that bad.